and just plant them on those barracks that are really in a bad position, I think. I'm not sure why DarkElf put them out early. I think he might have just placed them in the meantime. Losing 2 Mutalisks there, a little careless on Jaedong's part. A lot of Marines and medics in there, but you see that Lurker going now. I don't think there's anything that DarkElf has in the meantime to really fight that off. A combined Mutalisk Lurker attack would be very effective against his front right now, especially if they got camped anywhere near the barracks. As you see, those barracks are lined up right against that wall. There's not going to be any place for those forces really to go to fight this off. And I still don't see a factory up, and I definitely don't see a starport going, and that's going to be really difficult as this comes up, because basically long-term Lurkers, you really need something more than just your academy to fight it off. Jaedong in the meantime keeping those turrets down, just absolutely doing a magnificent job harassing that secondary, and that's what's going to pull him out in the long run in this game. I've got to give a firm advantage to Jaedong. You just see just excellent micro. The moment those medic marines pull out of the area, he loses a Mutalisk there, but still manages to take down 4 or 5 SCVs. And most importantly, no gas is being produced out of that secondary for DarkElf, and that's going to be the difference here as he pulls up these Lurkers. This large medic marine force is going to come in, but he's going to lead him with those Mutalisks right over that Lurker, and I don't know, it looks like DarkElf is pulling off. I'm not sure he totally realizes kind of what that last second pullback, how that really saved him. He has a lot of medic marines, but a lot of Lurkers going up, a lot of Mutalisks going up, and it looks like Hive Tech going for Jaedong. This is going to be really hard for DarkElf to fight off, and even if he does fight this off, he's going to be way behind as far as tech goes. He doesn't have any science vessels in the air, so if Defilers and Darkswarm comes down, he's not going to have anything to really fight that off. Really, you need a Radiate to kind of to stop that late game attack. Right now, he's getting up that starport, but it's just far too late. Jaedong in the meantime going to fly through. He has an expansion in that upper left-hand corner in the meantime. Looks like that's vulnerable. It's going to be taken down, so he's going to lose that gas and probably lose that hive. But 3 Lurkers in the area, but with Comsat, he brings the Mutalisks back to basically pin them in, so he is going to be able to save this hatchery. That was an excellent job. DarkElf trying to get a little, doesn't manage to take that Overlord down. Still went after that Overlord, but ended up paying for it in a few Marines. That was kind of ill-advised. Bunch of Lings and looks like Lurkers pouring into DarkElf's base in the meantime. This is going to be over fairly quickly here, I would assume. Jaedong just absolutely pouring units all over the map. As you can see kind of on the mini-map, there's a large amount of forces all over the place. They're going to catch the Marines and medics out in the open. This is going to be an interesting fight, because really there's no Lurkers down to kind of cause the massive damages needed. He has 1 Lurker down, Comsat going down, but brilliant maneuver! He uses those Lings to come up and screen for a few seconds against those medic Marines. He doesn't come ahead, but he did additional amounts of damage, basically forcing DarkElf to kind of select his Marines and then force the attack on the Lurkers, basically saving that Lurker for as long a period as possible. In the meantime, he's got him kind of pinned up in that position. I think DarkElf is out of Comsat, so he can't really push forward. Again, he only has those 2 Comsat centers up. He still only has 2 barracks. He does have a science facility up. He's trying to get that science vessel up. I don't know if he's delayed long enough to have enough science vessels out against the Lurker, against the Defilers that are going to be coming out. I'm trying to check what the upgrades are. I think there's only level 1 weapons for DarkElf, where it looks like it's a 1/1 upgrade for Jaedong, so that really puts kind of a slight advantage in Jaedong's favor in that regard as well. Siege Tech upgrading now, and DarkElf's going to try to make up the difference by making a lot of starports and producing a whole lot of science vessels at once, but we'll see if it's in time, especially because it looks like Jaedong's had three expansions, his natural expansion and that expansion in the upper left-hand corner have been producing for a very long time. He's gonna, I don't know if he has anything to pin those medic Marines against the Lurkers from the other side, so they're just going to be able to dance around that attack right there. And Scourge is already up in the air. There isn't even a science vessel up for DarkElf in the meantime. So, as soon as Consume is up, wow, DarkElf's going to be in a lot of trouble. It looks like he has a single science vessel. Jaedong is going to be forced to bring those Lurkers back, so a couple tanks out, but that entire force is going to have a hard time, because I don't think that science vessel has enough energy. Might be 2 there, but I don't think he has enough energy to deal with the Dark Swarm. or to kill that Defiler, and really, I think 1 or 2 Darkstorm are going to go off, and really, I don't think there's enough production on DarkElf's side. Looks like he's positioning forces in the bottom right-hand corner. Jaedong kind of setting up for an attack. Looks like it was comsatted, though. It was discovered. That was unfortunate for Jaedong. Jaedong now having to kind of rush that attack up. You can see that Science Vessel in position. That Science Vessel is really unprotected, though. The Scourges could easily go up and take that out if they could just get in between the medics and the Marines and pin that out. I don't know if Jaedong sees that, though. That Science Vessel now going up, that Dark Swarm down, he might lose that Defiler out in the open, but that front is extremely vulnerable. Jaedong going in, getting the Dark Swarm down over those Lurkers. That's really, that's terrible for DarkElf. DarkElf's going to lose his natural expansion. Dark Swarm in all the right places there. It shows you how good he is at spellcasting. A single Radiate going off, but again, that Science Vessel is extremely new, and my guess is that Jaedong's easily going to be able to deal with that. In the meantime, DarkElf realizes what trouble he's in. He's going to try to push an attack forward, but is quickly cut off by Jaedong's forces, getting 2 Dark Swarms down, forcing those Medic Marines out of position. Another Radiate going off, but I'm not sure where or if it was successful. It was kind of underneath the Dark Swarm. Pushing in those forces, he gets another Dark Swarm down on all those forces. He's trying to throw in those Medic Marines just to slow them down so he can get these Lurkers down. Looks like he did manage to do it that time. Dark Swarm again over those Medic Marines. Jaedong's so good with these Dark Swarms. In the meantime, the expansion of DarkElf going down, he has a dropship up. That dropship's really not going to help him out at this point. Medic Marines, oh man, Psi Vessel down to some Scourges there, and that's costly. Single Radiate going off on that Defiler, but really, it looks like DarkElf only has a single Science Vessel up. He's going to lose that secondary fairly rapidly here, and it's really important that he keeps that so he can just keep producing gas. Lurker in the perfect position to attack that line, takes out the Medic Marines, and takes out an SCV or 2 on that gas line. As long as DarkElf can't get that gas up, he can't get Science Vessels in the air, and he's not going to be able to fight off Jaedong's harass here, especially with, or I should say, his attack forces, especially with the Defilers, especially with the Dark Swarm, trying to pull this one Science Vessel that he has back to his base, because he realizes it's kind of the key to his defense here, bringing it back to try to defend against this group, thinking that a Defiler might be in the area, but in the meantime, I don't think it's going to be. He can just literally kind of just sit there and take out his forces. That was a really brilliant maneuver on DarkElf's part. Oh man, Scourges go into the Science Vessel. That's the last Science Vessel that I think Jaedong had. Never mind, it looks like he produced one at the front, but I think that's a brand new one. It doesn't really have any resources left to fight off, or I should say Psi Energy left to fight off the Defiler attack. That was some brilliant micro, just waiting until all the medics and Marines were down or distracted, and then going in with that last attack. He gets that Irradiate off, but I think that's going to be too late. Oh wow, that was a really good hit. That was a good unit select on DarkElf, basically killing the Defiler before it could get that second Dark Swarm down. That really saved his butt right there, but extremely bad position for DarkElf. Jaedong now just flooding units to his base. His secondary hasn't been producing up to full snuff. More Defilers coming in, more Lurkers and Lings coming in. He is not producing really what he needs to be producing at this point to kind of fight this attack off. He has 2 Science Vessels up, but really, oh man, brilliant maneuver on Jaedong, throwing all those forces underneath, separating that from the Medic and Marines, and just taking out that Psi Vessel. That was awesome, and just doing such a fantastic job keeping the Science Vessel down, planning those Dark Swarms right where he needs to, and now he is in the main of DarkElf. This is going to be GG for DarkElf. In just a few seconds here, it looks like he got that kind of pithy drop-off in the meantime. I'm not even sure where that is on the map. It's like right next to DarkElf's base, but oh man, just running amok in his base. Scourge is going to that dropship. It's kind of like a last-second insult there, kind of a slap across the face, like, no you don't. It looks like a couple Science Vessels up, but really he doesn't have anything to stop this absolute rape and pillage of his base. You can see he doesn't really have any SCVs there. He's not even producing out of that base anymore. Lings just devouring everything they feel like eating today. Good day for Zerg. That's GG. I hope you guys enjoyed that match. A really fast one, just showing you why Jaedong is just so great. DarkElf just looked really frustrated there. Probably looking at the replay, trying to figure out what he could have done differently. This is another commentary by Diggity. Also check out Moltrap, and even though Class hasn't posted in a while, his commentaries are great too. We also have a website up now, 44industries.com. /starblog, and as always, visit teamliquid.net. I'll see you guys later.